Welcome to Subramani. A letter from a person who does not want to reveal his name. And he says, "Good morning. I'm a 38-year-old single male. I've been following you on YouTube and what you and Free Finkyle do. It's a lot of financial education in the public space. Thank you, whoever you are, anonymous investor. I'm going to try and keep this as concise as possible," he says, and it's a pretty long query. I'm currently an NRI residing in the US. I've been there since beginning of 2014. I lost my dad and in the US, and thereafter my maternal grandfather, uncle, etc. And I grew up mostly in Mumbai with my grandparents before moving outside the country, while my parents resided in Calcutta. Only thing left us was a house in Calcutta, which is probably worth about 25 lakhs given the present conditions. I have an old grandmother, a mother and a sister who does not work because of medical reasons. I have two ULIPs taken in 2006-2007 when a friendly distant financial advisor relative sold us that plan. I have not been able to close down these because of not knowing about better revenues back then and moving them around. And since I have been moving around, I have not yet closed it. I have about 10 lakhs accumulated there. I have a PPF account which was probably around 12 lakhs at last count. Let me just tell you, if you have money lying in ULIPs and the charges have been paid, then look at how much is the AMC charges going forward, and maybe 10 lakhs will work. But if you do not even know where they are investing, what they are doing, and you have not paid any attention, like you are saying, last I know that it had 10 lakhs, but you haven't said whether it is growth option, equity option, or debt option or G6. You have not said all that. So if you're going to be so indifferent to it, you might as well pull it out if you don't think you need the risk cover, and risk cover may have been already covered because of the accumulation there. So I do not know anything about the policy. You can pull it out and reallocate it as per your convenience, or you could leave it there. I don't have enough data for you either ways. You have a PPF account with about 12 lakhs, that's good. I started learning about investing in 2019. I've invested $91,000 in the US market, and as of today, these are all dividend paying stocks and ETFs. I reinvest my monies back into those shares, and I would like to believe that I have the stomach to be a long-term investor. I have another investment of about $2,500 per month, which I am again putting into the markets. And my goal is to achieve financial freedom at some point in the next 2 to 3 years while in the US, and then head back to stay around my family now, back home. I have been thinking about searching for a reasonable software engineering job in India, but I'm not very sure about that, and hopefully I will get to a point where I'm financially independent enough to sustain myself while I think I'm doing something of my own. The only regret I wish is I had started investing 6 years earlier. You can keep regretting, it doesn't matter, the time doesn't come back, so stop regretting. I would have been in a good position to make the decision myself. I'm just amazed how my entire household never taught us a thing about investing. This is quite common. Indian houses don't talk about investing. They think it's below their dignity to be even talking about money. Investing to dur ki baat hai, right? So I believe that he's repeating when he says, I believe I have the stomach to be a long-term investor, and I bought a lot in the month of March. However, only time will tell. When you buy in March and it goes up in November, you think you're a genius. So don't think that you've done something great. You got lucky, right? Next time when you catch a falling knife, it might just hurt you very badly. So this was not strategy, this is luck. Please know the difference between the two. How will you achieve financial freedom in the next 2-3 years? I don't really know. But how much do you need? You have said your expenses are 50,000 per month once you come back to India. And so 50,000 a month, and you have 3 people who are dependent on you. I think this figure is less. I have no clue whether you will get married. Even assuming you will not get married, and this 50,000 has to be provided for. It's 50,000 into 12, that is 6 lakhs, into 30, so 1.8 crores. I'm sure you will have 1.8 crores apart from your house in Mumbai, which is anyway, a house in Mumbai would be worth 1.5 crore or something like that. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about I don't see you having that kind of money. You have good amount in lakhs, but what you will require for your retirement is in crores. So I don't think you should be in a great hurry to quit your job and sit at home. Look at it this way: do you have enough money for the next 15-20 years? Maybe yes. You have also not said anything about your marital status, which means do you want to get married, do you want to have children? Then that itself will take a toll on the wealth that you're going to get. So be careful about all those things. My goal is to achieve. How am I placed in my goal so far? I do not think you have enough money to retire. At least next 2-3 years, no. And you are also making this assessment when the markets are high. You have to make this assessment when the market is down. Yeah, so I guess that's it. Thank you.